More than just a CRM. It is a real estate and business mastermind that comes with an all-in-one CRM. You can have unlimited websites and users. You can call, text, RVM, and email all in one user interface. And you can set up custom automations for any type and multiple businesses. 65% of companies start using a CRM system within the first 5 years of business. Once implemented, the HiveMind will save you on marketing, give you more time, and make more money. One of our users had his first $100,000 month using our system in June. We want to see you automate and accelerate your business. Text us at 210-972-1842 for future meetings, and of course to get our $1 course on how to make more than 6 figures on one land deal. You can schedule your free demo today at hivemindcrm.io.
Hey, welcome to today's episode. We have a cool and interesting story. This is our segment called Deal Breakdown, where we have cool, interesting stories where people got cool business stories, great returns, interesting and all-inclusive stories. So today we have our guest, Mr. Zachary Wilson from Quest IRA. What's the story you have for us today, man?
So there's two of them. The first one is an interesting way that someone was able to leverage an account. Second one was by far the most interesting investment that I've ever seen. All right. A little bit of background about me. Before I was an IRA specialist here at Quest, I worked in our back-end auditing team. All right. So I got to see all the investments that came through Quest. 99% of them are pretty straightforward types of investments we've all seen. Someone purchasing a property, someone lending out, someone investing into a syndication, whatever it is. All right. But that's when one came across my desk. So I looked at it and it was going to be a secured note. All right, which off the bat sounds pretty straightforward. But then I looked at the security and I looked at the terms. And I noticed that there weren't any payments coming in, right? Not only, it wasn't just going to be like an interest only note. It was going to fully depend on the realization of the investment, that the investment had to go well for them to get any return back. So it was a highly risky investment. All right, so I started looking through. I was like, man, what's going on? I noticed it's a secured note. It's one secured by personal guarantee, which is, okay, awesome. It gives the borrower the lender some recourse, but it was the terms and what they were funding. So when I look into it, I noticed that the payments are going to a team based out of the Philippines. Okay. Oh, now I'm interested, right? So I'm looking through, I'm making sure, one, there are no prohibited transactions going on, but I'm also reading just for my personal interest. And I start looking through the details and what the parameters of the investment were. One, they were investing $50,000, right? If the deal is successful, right? If it is successful, they were looking at a return of, I think it was like $540 million, right? I'm like, yeah, right off the bat, what's happening? So I'm looking through
$540 million.
50,000 to 540 million.
Okay.
How crazy.
I'm intrigued.
Right?
Okay.
I look through the investment. What they're funding is a treasure hunt in the Philippines.
Oh, wow.
They are looking for supposedly there was supposed to be a stash of like precious metals and like gold, coins, bullion, stuff like that was left by Japanese forces in World War II. Right? It was supposedly just a huge stash that had to be left behind in a rush. Right? They're funding that investment. Yeah, and then they're funding that investment, and then if they were to find it, there was going to be like $1 billion worth. It was ridiculous. There was like a whole. If they found it all, here's what he was going to get his full return back. And to this day, I don't know what happened with it. I haven't heard back. I don't know if they're still searching for it. This was about 2 years ago. But yeah, that's got to be by far the craziest investment I've ever seen done through a self-directed IRA. Completely within compliance, completely legal. Everything's above board. And they did it. 50,000. They put it on the line.
So if you want to invest in a treasure hunt, go through Quest IRA.
Go talk to Quest Trust Company. We'll be able to take care of you.
That has got to be the craziest story I've ever heard, ever. Because usually these self-up positions, you think people will self-invest that, but you'd think capital raising, somebody capital raise for a treasure hunt.
Yeah.
That is,
this was going to be within this was done in a Roth IRA. So, I mean, if he gets it, right, if it happens, over $500 million, right? And that's if the full amount. Obviously, if they found partial, he's not going to get that full amount. And if I had to guess, if they found anything, he's probably going to get like a couple million, right? But I'm being realistic. Yeah, right. Awesome return. And he waits till his retirement age. That's a couple million tax penalty free.
That's crazy.
You can't ask for much more than that.
That is definitely the craziest story I've ever heard. I'm really glad you mentioned that because I've heard some crazy stories, but that one that's top of the list so far.
I'm telling you, yeah, to this day, I've never seen a more interesting investment. Never. Yeah.
If something happens and you hear about it, maybe in the next 5 to 10 years, I hope you reach back out to me because I will want to know. Because now I am invested in the story.
You better believe I would. This is the first time I've told that story like publicly. This has always been just something I've had in the back of my head. All right. So you better believe if I see that, I see the return. And especially if it's a massive return like that, I'm giving you a call. I'm letting you know.
Wow. Well, I hope you enjoyed this deal breakdown story. Go check out Quest IRA, questtrustcompany.com. And if you're interested in starting an IRA, go to Zachary.Wilson@Quest Trust Company. It's here below and it's in the video itself. I hope you enjoyed that story. That is very intriguing to me. So who knows what other stories we have coming up next. We'll see you on the next episode. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
All right. Thank you.
Hey guys, if you would like to receive hot leads right to your cell phone in a text message, check out hiveleads.io and you can receive the same leads we've been receiving in our campaign for 3.5 years that's made us successful in the land game. Check us out.
The show is sponsored by The List Guys. Do you need more leads in your local or virtual market? 1 in 10 small businesses don't invest in any kind of marketing. The List Guys have over 35 plus list types to choose from, and you can mix and match any list or criteria. We also use the skip trace list and provide up to 7 numbers and email addresses. Every list you purchase will be scrubbed against previous purchases. The List Guys are here to save you time. Contact the List Guys today at www.1listguys.com. That's www.1listguys.com.
I wanted to tell a story about kind of how someone leveraged an HSA to make a purchase that was tax and penalty free that honestly no one would have expected, right? And this has to deal with the president of our company.